Honored guests, lend me your ears. Long has our Fevrimon suffered, without a true monarch to guide her and her people. Decades have passed since last His Majesty Erland sat atop the Draken throne. Long have we endured, yet it has not been for naught. At last, the bell has tolled on the age of the Council. At last, we may celebrate the coming of our rightful ruler. The return of the Sovereign.
My word! Such an inspiring visage.
Your Majesty shall have my eternal fealty.
Your Majesty, oh how long I have awaited this moment.
Behold, before you sits the rightful inheritor of the Draken throne, chosen by the dragon as its enemy. Behold and rejoice! Fortune has delivered us our savior at last! At last! Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. All hail the Sovereign! All hail! Let all present pledge their allegiance to the Sovereign. Let us be united in the hope that our liege's reign will ne'er end. Long live the Sovereign of Vermont! Long live the Sovereign!
Arisen, thou who wouldst slay the dragon, if thou seekest to behold this world in its true aspect, abandon thy reason. Cast aside thine heart and thy life both. I ask thee to demonstrate thy will, for naught but thine ambition can alter the course of the rivers of fate.
Now, which one of you was it? No need to be shy. I've just got to take down a record of your name and face. Come on, step forward. Aha! I thought I recognized you. I ill like that look in your eyes. 'Tis queerly brazen for a pawn. Most of your kind have eyes blank as a cadaver's. There's aught different about you, though. Could it worry not, vessel? 3 days here, and you'll be longing for death's sweet embrace. Come along, you feckless dullards.
Just about anyone.
Learn your place, pawn.
All I've got left are my aches and pains.
I mustn't let the captain see my knees.
What about this place makes me nervous?
What do you think you're up to, layabout? Get a move on!
I'd hasten home, but it's not my duty.
Don't look at me that way. I've no need of your pity.
Do your injuries pain you? Pray, do not overexert yourself. This is no place for one of your ilk. 'Tis harsh beyond measure. Even we pawns are pushed to the brink. You ought not anger the overseer. Let us proceed to the site. 'Twould be unwise to disobey. The overseer will show you no mercy.
Mayhap I'll treat myself to a tickle before bed.
No one's coming to my rescue.
Time for you to get to work.
You are prepared to work? Then you ought begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
As soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
The vicinity is quite cluttered. Pray leap, or that poses a hindrance to you.
A job well done. Now the next step is to... What is this commotion? Perhaps we ought to investigate.
No, the damn thing's been awoken. You got to fell that fiend, even at the cost of your lives! Get me out of here! Now!
Swift strikes are thieves' greatest weapon. Watch for an opening, then press your foe till they are overwhelmed. Thieves may not carry shields, but their nimbleness allows them to dodge incoming attacks with ease. Boulders, barrels, and the like can make effective weapons for clever combatants.
Are you unharmed?
Get chase!
Make ready. We move to a descent.
Consane!
You ought flee while you can. After all, your charge awaits you. You cannot linger in this place forever. You have lost your memories. 'Tis surely the work of a fell curse, but worry not. You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Son it. The accursed creature escaped. Oi, you! Get back here!
Quickly!
This way, Arisen! Come this way. Let us flee.
You must jump. That is the only way.
No one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn. Don't just stand there! Shoot it down!
It's getting away! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Go now, lost soul. Learn all you can of this world you must protect.
Pray, keep your distance, Arisen. Worry not for me. The brine may swallow me whole, but I will not perish. There is a stone not far from here, known as a rift stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
Oi! Are you all right? What happened here? A griffin appears one moment and falls the next. And now you stand before me. Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? 'Tis a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story. This'll be a right mess to clean up. Who knew there'd be a cavern round here?
A single bolt from a ballista. And well aimed at that. Must be one of Sir Leonard's from out of Melve.
Where exactly is this jail you say you escaped from? Still, I can hardly believe it. A griffin, of all things, here. Add to that the recent dragon sighting. Fine! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it. If you find your strength lacking, buy the curative or have a bit of green on. When one of the fiends comes for you, best guard or dodge, else you'll be sore on morrow. Make use of the slope. There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk. If you're not squeamish about picking at their bones, where are you going? I'll not force you to receive treatment, but I'd at least like a word. First the dragon, now a griffin. I pray these omens are not as ill as they seem.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns? They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray. Come this way. Before you stands a Riftstone. 'Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross o'er into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
Pawns are known as Crossers of the Rift, for we are able to connect to and traverse other realms beyond this one. When we return, 'tis our duty to use our experiences and the knowledge we have gained to aid you on your journey, Arisen. From this day forth, I shall serve you as your loyal pawn, and aught I learn beyond the Rift will be at your disposal.
Well, I'll be. A pawn summoning before my very eyes. You truly are the Arisen, then? Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken. The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away. I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melve, then. 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall aught of import there.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall answer. Nomads, we are oft called. Born in other worlds, we travel here by means of the riftstones that we might aid you, Arisen. However, I cannot speak as to our true nature, for I know of it not. None of us do. We do not need to. We merely do as we are commanded. Riftstones are gates that connect this world to a multitude of others. By their power have we crossed into this world, and when our mission is done, by their power shall we return to our own. 'Tis the name given to fate's chosen, those destined to command the Pawn Legion and safeguard the world from the threat of the dragon. Even with your memories lost to you, I am afraid you cannot escape your fate. Very well. May fortune speed you on your way, Arisen.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use cure, shall we discuss tactics now or later?
This looks as good a place as any. Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret it. It isn't an easy life, but I enjoy the travel. Hope to see you again ere long.
Hoy there. You seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. I'll expect coin from tomorrow, mind. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else I can offer, I'm afraid, but you'll find all sorts at a finer inn. Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. You should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you...
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
A moment long awaited. I knew it was only a matter of time before your skills reached a new height. There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach.
A visit to Melve might jog your memory, Master. It seems the village yet reels from the dragon's assault. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
I hasten home, were this not my duty.
Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece, if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way, then?
Ricardo. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my thanks. And Ricardo's as well, I'm sure.
We must fly to the aid of those in need.
Just
Goblins, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
This isn't the way to our destination.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
Get down here, you feathered fiends!
I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
Is that all of them? Yeah, you have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. I'll have to train harder, till I have the confidence to face such beasts on my own. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet...
We'd best report back.
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ocado. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none the worse for wear.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. We must not let down our guard.
Be sure to avoid open flame.
Tis a pleasure to meet you. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
I have a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I spy.
Let me get that. So, this is Melv. The scars left by the dragon's assault are plain to see.
Pitiable arisen.
Well met. Why not buy your wares here today, sir? Leisure doing business with you.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
The Arisen is ever prudent.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas, I had thought, your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. But you hung on and by some miracle survived. Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. The ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
Someone must have the answers we seek. If we ask around, we might just find them.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that, if you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit Roborant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melve.
At last, it all becomes clear.
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit, Roborant, are we?
Between you and me, cuz, they're mighty easy to make. Simple as combining the ingredients if you know what they are. Always a pleasure.
We ought to bring this to the one expecting it.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
What am I to do? You really ought... to have returned by now.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the sword and shield. Fighters favor a balanced approach, excelling in both offense and defense, and can adapt to any situation. I am a fighter myself, and should there come a time when you... Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, an exceptionally useful long-ranged weapon. At close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance between you and your foes. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the mystical arts. Magic. Mages can cast a wide array of offensive spells and aid their allies with magical support. However, the more powerful the spell, the longer one must spend incanting it. Thus, a mage is unlikely to last long on the field of battle without allies to protect them. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Such blades lack heft, though this grants them the advantage of speed. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more vulnerable to attacks than those of other vocations. Their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you over time. Try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
Moment long awaited.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Business could be better, but I'm scraping by. Do come again.
Mayhap this ladder is...
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about... me. Did... you need something?
Always a pleasure.
Fettle today. Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both...
rolls myself. But enough of... Always a pleasure.
If there is aught you wish to know of vacations, mayhap I can advise. Very well. There is no wrong. But I shan't take up any more of your...
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Always a pleasure.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Yet if aught to befall him, couldn't live with us. What am I to do? You really ought to have returned by now.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Do come again.
Best get to work. What am I to do?
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
When looking
Hail, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the Saurians scattering.
A Saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there as quickly as we may.
I quite agree.
You'll find... If there is aught you wish to know of vacations, mayhap... Very well. There is no wrong, but I shan't take up any...
I've a selection of wares. That's sure to pleasure doing business with.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time? Very well. Speak with me one...
Well met, sir.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap his time I went looking.
Let's sweep and dust before I open.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my ears on it. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself. A few hours.
Magaveli's general. Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a... But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villager, you must make sure your aim is good. You'll find the jar...
Now we are to throw a jar of poison. Be sure to handle it with care, Master. A fine place.
If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items. I'll have the gold for you in a trice.
As a matter of fact, one master I served was quite the carefree soul, shunning armor in all its forms.
Well done, Master. Those Saurians shan't dare approach the village for some time, thanks to your efforts.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
You've done as I asked, I see. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
A moment along the way.
Make haste then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once you've finished.
Well met.
Pleasure doing business with you.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for you.
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure. Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
There's a ladder here.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself.
Do come again.
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
What am I to do? He really ought to...
You've my gratitude for the work you've done for us this day.
What should I get up to today?
It's been a hard day.
I'm about ready for a break.
I'm not saying no.
It's been a hard day. Can't work as late as I used to anymore.
Make haste, then. We must leave in good. Then let us be on our...
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other.
Goblin's master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Good
grant you an elemental boon. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become...
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with. There's still plenty of one. Regardless, you do well not to invite my mistrust in our journey.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
It was well worth the effort of breaking it.
Most impressive, Master. Fight on, and victory shall be ours. I will finish this, here and now.
Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Halt! State your business. We've orders to keep...
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Twas a glorious success.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack. This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few. I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Boy, where do you think you're going? Our destination is the border checkpoint.
Good. Let us make for the capital.
Might we remove this hindrance somehow?
If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance?
Is there aught you require?
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An arisen, by all appearances.
An arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate. Good. Let us make for the... An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
A common reward, frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Oof. My pack's grown rather heavy. If you feel overburdened.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Here we go again. We fight. To arms.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become influenced.
I grant you roaring strength. I cannot fault you, Paris. Come, follow my example. Splendid.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
You have my support.
Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
We ought to take a closer look. Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
Well done. This calls for a curative. These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall where ought we to go now? Good evening, Arisen. Is there aught this pawn might do for you?
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
What's this? We're trapped. Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops! Pray, be on your guard.
Hear that thunder and gate? 'Tis a Cyclops! All together now! We attack at once!
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall! Understood. I got you fire.
Would seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down.
How might I aid you, sir?
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. This calls for a curative. 'Tis a remarkable treasure we found.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Goblins, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
That's it!
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. It would seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the Sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Ramon's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear? What a happy coincidence.